Rust.
Doing, buddy?
I'm stuck. Watch out, you're getting training fluid dripped on your head.
Oh yeah, look at that up there. Oh, doing a hydraulic line.
You guys have a good day.
Oh shit.
Thanks for the warning.
Oh shit.
Yeah, give me a call, Pat.
Eric.
Freaking Ford's rust.
Giving you a call.
Rust.
Oh, damn it.
Rust.
Listen. Sorry to know you guys are gay. You're laying underneath the truck.
Yeah, well, hey, we've been friends for a long time. There hasn't been much we haven't shared.
Right, right.
Well, I don't think we've shared women.
Well.
Have we shared women, Jay? We haven't shared women, have we?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You guys have a good day.
Holy shit. I hope that was routed right.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's routed right, as long as it works.
That's true.
Holy shit. Just blew another one? Son of a bitch. Where you get it made of? Napa?
Fuck, man, we do all the things I just did.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's another one. Go same place though. I just put 20 zip ties on it and I gotta cut them all redo.
Oh, man. Ninja.
Such a bitch. Fucking
Son of a bitch.
too fast.
Did you do that, Adam?
I didn't do it.
You didn't do that? Son of a bitch. Jay, pull your pants up. Your stain's showing.
Who is this?
Son of a bitch.
He said something one day. He's like, no, he ain't hanging out.
Hey, hanging
It
out.
always is. There ain't a time it's not hanging out.
Son of a bitch. Wasn't me. I haven't broke anything yet. Not in a while. Not since I worked here the last time. How long's that been? Drew's gonna scratch up that new paint. He's gonna hit shit. Oh shit. What is happening, guys? It is Sunday and we are at the Hack and Pack Shop. What you guys think of that little bit of seasonal footage, huh? Poor Jay pulls the wrecker in to fix the hydraulic line. He fixes one and son of a bitch another one blows. Even Adam was hanging out down there. Son of a bitch. Alright, so today I want to answer a question that you guys had asked me a while back about etch primer over bare steel before you put on body filler. Okay? And this is a result if you do not. Okay, a lot of body guys they don't plain know this, but I'm one of those guys that like to just research and research and research, and I screw up and I try to, figure out what the hell I did wrong. Okay, or why is this coming back so quickly or whatever. I'm just one of those guys that just like to learn things, okay? And a lot of you guys that watch are the same way. That's why you watch me, I guess. This is an old repair on this door. Okay, this is, again, a low-budget dealer job, all right? We're not getting paid a whole lot to fix this, all right? Had a little bit of rot on the rocker here. I started filling it with some Duraglass in a couple spots. But as what we got going on, we have an old repair. Underneath this old repair, I started picking away some body filler here. Okay, I'm just peeling some of this away with my finger. Alright, there's rust underneath it. And you guys might be thinking, or say I might be thinking, well gee, whoever fixed this car last, they didn't grind the rust out, they just went and put body filler over the rust and it's popping it back through and making it look like crap. Well, looking at this, guys, this is an old repair. I'm guessing this must have been maybe when the car was a little bit newer. This is a 02 Grand Prix, by the way. It could be a repair that's only a year or two old. I really don't know. I don't know the history of it. It's all I do know is there's a lot of body filler. Hear that? Hear that? Hear the difference? All right, there's a ton of body filler built up right here. Ton of it. I'm not digging all this out. I'm not getting paid to dig it all out. Again, it's a very, very low budget job. Okay? But there's rust underneath it. You see right there, those two little circles? You know what that is? Basically, this door was damaged. They probably ground all this down to bare steel. They drilled some holes in here, and I'm sure there's a lot more than just those two. They used one of those screw and dent pullers, all right, little slide hammer dent pullers, and pulled this out. Okay? My guess is they did not put body filler over rust, all right? They tried to do it semi-properly, and all of a sudden, you know, here's rust underneath this body filler, and why is this happening? All right, if you guys remember a while back, in a video a while back on the other channel, I had showed you guys where I etch primed a couple rust spots after sandblasting them, and then I put some body filler on it, okay? This is the reason why I like to put a little bit of etch primer on my repair areas. Especially, I mean, I don't do it on every car, guys, but I do it on the nicer jobs, okay? The ones that I'm, you know, getting paid for a little bit better, or the ones that maybe it is just very minor rust and people want to nip it in the butt real quick and have it not come back. Okay, that's when I do, you know, I take those extra steps, okay? By putting etch primer between the steel and the body filler gives it a barrier between the body filler and the bare steel, okay? Now this is where you guys can do a little bit of homework and research. Go online and look at the ingredients that are in body filler, okay? Actually, I could probably show you guys on a can that I have here. All right, what about some, there's talc, polyester resin, styrene, magnesite, and inert filler, whatever that is. One of those ingredients anyway is a different word for dirt. Okay? Dirt, if you take some mud or dirt and you put it on bare steel and let it sit there a couple days, what's it going to do? It's going to rust. Okay? Because there's the moisture in the dirt. All right? It's moisture, of course, kills metal. All right? Which makes it rust. So if you put a barrier between the dirt and the bare steel, and you put the dirt on it, it's going to take a lot longer for that dirt to start corroding the steel. Okay? But with body filler, it goes from a liquid form to a solid form because of the hardener, or the resin that goes in it, okay? And the hardener, basically, like I said, it makes it go from a soft material to a hard material. Same thing with paint. You put an activator in paint, that's what makes the paint dry and harden up. Okay? If you do not use the activator for the paint, or you do not use the hardener for the body filler, it's going to remain soft. It's going to remain moist and damp, and it's going to hold in moisture, and it's going to, you know, affect things. Okay? Body filler dries very quickly. It takes, you know, anywhere from 2 or 3 minutes to a half hour to dry, depending on how much hardener you put in it, or even what kind of body filler you're using. But the more hardener, the quicker it dries. Okay? Where am I going with this? Pretty much, if you're putting a moist material on steel, it's going to start the corrosion process. All right? You want some kind of a barrier between your steel and your body filler. Okay? That's why we paint things. That's why they invented paint, was to protect metal, to protect wood, to protect whatever. That's why it's there. It's there to protect it. Okay? Because they did not use an etch primer between their steel and their body filler, somehow, some way, it corroded the metal. It popped through, created a little bubble, and all of a sudden it started cracking and just started looking like total shit. Alright, so to answer your question, and I know it's taken me a long time to do so because I'm blobbering your ear off, if you're working on something that you actually care about, sandblast it or grind it or do what you got to do. and put an etch primer on it, okay, and then you can go ahead and put body filler over it. As long as the etch primer isn't shiny, all right, you can scuff it up, all right. I'm not saying to sand it down aggressively, but you can take and you can spray it on, put it on thick enough where you can take and sand it, even with say 220 grit or even 320 grit, okay, and go ahead and put your body filler over it. Body filler will stick, it'll stick to paint, guys, as long as it's freaking sanded. I mean, I've done it. You know, I've worked on an area, say this, like this area here. We'll get this all feathered out. You know, I'll have it sanded, say with 80 grit or 120 grit all the way out to here, and there'll be body filler out here, and it will stick to that paint, guys. As long as the paint's sticking to the car, the body filler will stick to the paint. All right? But it's got to be scuffed up. It's got to be dull. And we're not talking with a Scotch-Brite. We're talking scuffed up, so it's actually got some kind of bite. You know, so that filler or whatever you're putting on there can bite. Now, I'm not saying to go ahead and freaking have a big dent in your car and just sand it down real quick and put, you know, a 1/4 inch of body filler on it. No. Okay? Is what I'm saying is for some very minute areas you can get away with it as long as the filler's not too thick. That's why you got to put etch primer down. Right there. This is an older repair. I don't know how old it is. It could be a year old. It could be 10 years old. I really don't know. But this is the end result right here. Alright, this panel might have gotten flexed at one time or another. You know, maybe there was a little chip right here. Alright, and the water started getting in through that little chip and causing that body filler to start popping out. I don't know, okay, guys? I'm just trying to help you out a little bit here. Alright, put your etch primer down. Even if it's a thin layer, you know, put a little bit down before you put your body filler down. I've never had a car come back, okay, because I put body filler over etch primer. It's never happened. And I've done some jobs where they've, you know, I've seen them 5-6 years later and the things still look great. You know, there has been jobs I've done, you know, like quick rust repair jobs where I've seen them, you know, 6 months later or 5 years later and they look like hell. All right, it all depends on what the person is paying and what they really want done. All right, that's the trick about this business is, you know, people want a lot for nothing, and it's not. The materials for this type of job, it's not cheap, guys. I mean, there's $300-400 worth of materials that I had to go out and initially buy to do this little freaking $150 job. You guys get where I'm going here? You gotta have the filler, you gotta have the tape, you gotta have the paper, you gotta have the primer, you gotta have the clear coat, you gotta have the, you know, all the crap, the paint. All right, that's why you got to kind of stock up on things, and then, you know, you tend to make more money if you can, you know, skimp as much as you can on materials and, you know, do the job as quick as possible, but you still have that initial startup cost to buy all this stuff. And it's not free, guys. I mean, this box of crap right here, there's over almost $500 just in this box. Just for some wet sanding paper, some tape, some clear coat, some primer, some undercoat. There's a chip guard in there. There was a couple quarts of paint in there. I mean, guys, this stuff is not free. You know, it's a very expensive. You know, this tape is like freaking $5 a roll. All right, the 2-inch thick stuff right there, $7.99 a roll for that 2-inch. All right, guys. I mean, you got to have all this to do the job. That's why it's cheaper to bring it to somebody like me once in a while, and freaking, you know, just have me do it because I have it all here. But that's besides the point. Okay. What I'm saying is it's okay to put etch primer down. And if any of you guys that do body work for a living disagree, please leave a comment. I would like to hear what you have to say, because I think this is a good topic that we can try to discuss and try to figure out how to prolong rust as long as possible, because I don't think any of us have it all figured out totally. Okay? So yeah, we'll kind of take this as a learning video, and maybe we can open up some kind of discussion about it. And I'm thinking about doing a live feed here in another couple days too, guys. So maybe we'll get the camera fired up one of these nights, and we'll do a live feed too. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit of something. And like I said, if there's any disagreements about what I just said, please put a comment up and tell me what you think. I definitely want your opinion, and I'm open to learning more, just as you guys are open to learning more. So with all that being said, I'm gonna run down and upload this real quick for you guys. You all have a goody, and yeah, it's freaking raining out. But we'll see you guys all later. See you guys.